And welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George Clark, and today I get to check out the Golden Harvest Collection Volume 1 Supernatural Shockers, released on Blu-ray by Shout Factory. Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the bell and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. So after wowing us with their collection of Shaw Brothers box sets, which I've heard now there is a 5th one on the way, which I'm very excited for, although they didn't take my advice in my suggestions of how to really tie up this collection in the most, date-worthy way, of course. Still very excited for that. Now, Shout Factory have turned their attention to Golden Harvest, which is very, very exciting. 2 box sets announced already. I have the 2nd box set on pre-order. But now I have my hands on Golden Harvest Volume 1 Supernatural Shockers. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to put these out there. This box set contains quite a lot of sort of sexy, ghostly, bonkers kind of horror, comedy, action movies. Such a mix, as you can see from the front cover there, and pretty cool artwork. I quite like it. This contains Sex Zen, Erotic Ghost Story 1, 2 and 3, Dr. Vampire and Robotrix. Now, I have most of these movies multiple times. I will share that with you in just one second, but of course Dr. Vampire has just been announced by Eureka Video as a single Blu-ray release, which I'm very, very excited for because the artwork looks freaking cool. And again, a movie on its own sort of release is always a wee bit exciting for me because there's certain movies I feel deserve single releases. Dr. Vampire though I have never seen, so this will be a first time watch for me. And really, was there a need to get this box set in knowing that that's coming and I do have everything else? Well, you know what, as a collector, yes, of course. And I did get the poster sent this time. This is the first time I've ever got the bonus poster from Shout Factory. I'm not going to open it just now, I've no need to, but as you can see on the front here, it is pretty much just a poster of the front cover there. But yeah, thanks to my main man Ian in Maine for sending that over for me. It is great to have those little collector's pieces, of course, in addition to their box sets. I did miss it with all the Shaw Brothers releases there. But still, this is quite nice. I really enjoy it. It looks great. A lovely cover, as I say. But let me take it back to when it all began. Very, very quickly, of course. So the first time I saw Robotrix was this fantastic video release from Hong Kong Classics. One of my favorite labels of the late 90s, mid to late 90s, because they released some incredible titles, and this was one of them, and I adored this movie so much. Following that, they also did Sex Zen. Again, the first time I'd ever seen this, blew my mind. I was only probably 17, 18, maybe 16 whenever this came out. Did manage to pick it up though, and again, just wow, it was just bonkers, absolutely bonkers. Of course, the DVD market came in. Robotrix got released on DVD, and this is a pretty funky wee release. I really like it, from medium rare, but it's a nice little update, a digital restoration of sorts, until that idiot Blu-ray, of course. And then when it came to Erotic Ghost Story 1, 2 and 3, I have the original Hong Kong DVD releases here from Cam and Ronson. Not original, these are reissues, but better picture quality, of course. And I really, really enjoyed them. Now, I think Eastern Heroes perhaps put out Erotic Ghost Story, I know, part 1 on video way back in the mid-90s. I totally missed that. It wasn't a genre I was really looking to get into at that time, but I'm very, very happy with these because they are very entertaining movies and very well made. Beautifully done. Of course, then after the DVD market, we had the Blu-ray market, and Idiot Films put out this gorgeous deluxe edition with Kung Fu Bob's artwork. I mean, this was packed with extra features, with an amazing book, gorgeous artwork, stunning print. So again, this will be going up against what Shout Factory have put out there. And then I have the Nova. Now we are due Sex Zen on Blu-ray from 88 Films, so that's going to be another addition to the collection. Fuck's sake. Then I have got the Nova Media, South Korean. Jeez, I never said North Korean. The Nova Media Korean Blu-ray release of Sex Zen, and this was gorgeous. This was really the best I've ever seen the movie look. So again, it's going to be interesting putting it up against this, but also what 88 put out later in the year. But I do have the Blu-ray, also have the Blu-ray version of Sex Zen in mediabook format. And this was released by Cargo Movies. Another great, I mean, the picture quality on it was fabulous, but it just came without English subtitles, which was unfortunate. Still, you do have a fantastic mediabook inside there with lots of great information and pictures. So that is the collection of most of these movies so far, and of course, as I say, when Eureka put out Dr. Vampire, I will have this complete collection twice over and then some. But this is still worth picking up, and especially if you're based in North America. Most of these releases here I have are British based. Of course, you have the Korean one and German releases as such. But still, let's get stuck into this. I'm very excited. Special feature include new audio commentaries, new interviews, new optional English subtitles newly translated for this release, original theatrical trailers, and much more. So I'm very, very excited for that. Okay, let's see. What will we start with? Sex and Zen, if I can get them all out. Boop. Okay, Sex and Zen and Erotic Ghost Story. So the first two on the set, which is very cool. The special features with Sex and Zen, audio commentary with Gilbert Poe and Sean Tierney. Interview with Chen Yu Lin. We have got optional English subtitles, newly translated. An interview with director Michael Mack. Original theatrical trailer, a Fortune Star home video trailer, and an image gallery. And then with Erotic Ghost Story, we have new audio commentary by Gilbert Poe and Sean Tierney again. Audio commentary with James Mudge, an interview with Frank Jiang, optional English subtitles, alternate Mandarin cut of Erotic Ghost Story, original theatrical trailer, Thai Sing trailer, and an image gallery. Fabulous. I mean, plenty to love on here, which is just amazing. 2 discs there, which is great. I'm very excited about that. I'm glad they didn't shove it onto one. Very, very nice, as you can see, and I will pop out that cover there just to show the other side, which represents both of their posters in their full glory, as you can see. Very nice, very cool. This is pretty exciting. I mean, it's nice to see that Golden Harvest are getting a taste of what Shaw Brothers had there. It's an interesting choice of movies to put out as their first box set. It's not what I would have done at all, but still, great to see them moving with that. All we need is Arrow Video perhaps to follow up like they did with their Shaw Scope and give us a Golden Harvest collection in a similar manner, of course. Erotic Ghost Story 2 and 3 here. So we have, with part 2, we have new audio commentary with Gilbert Poe and Sean Tierney, a new interview with Anthony Wong, new English subtitles, original theatrical trailer, and image gallery. And with Erotic Ghost Story 3, we've got the same audio commentary again with Gilbert Poe and Sean Tierney, an interview with James Mudge, new English subtitles, alternate Mandarin cut of Erotic Ghost Story 3, and then original theatrical trailer and an image gallery, which is pretty cool. Again, it's nice to see these alternate movie options on there. It really just helps fill out those extra features. Inside, both discs look as such. I like this design that they've got going on it. It's very kind of 80s, I suppose. Maybe that's what they're going with and going for. But this is pretty cool. And on the other side there, the posters as suggested. Woo! Very nice. Okay. I really love the Erotic Ghost Story trilogy. They're very nicely made. Oh, I'm a dickhead, of course. Totally forgotten. I had this in my head before I came out here that 88 Films, of course, had put out a deluxe edition of Erotic Ghost Story as well, and they will be releasing the trilogy on Blu-ray very soon. They have announced that some time ago. So we are due to get these same Blu-rays from 88 Films on top of what they already put out here with part 1 and this great artwork from Kung Fu Bob again. Totally forgot about that. Stupid man. Moving on, we've got then Dr. Vampire and Robotrix. Of course, Dr. Vampire will be the first movie I watch tonight since I've seen everything else 100 times already, but I'm very excited to get into them all again there, which is just brilliant. But let's see, special features for Dr. Vampire, new audio commentary with James Mudge, an interview with Peter Kiger, can't really pronounce that, sorry. Interview with film critic Sean Tierney. Interview with Hong Kong filmmaker Gilbert Poe. Optional English subtitles, original theatrical trailer and image gallery. And then with Robotrix, we've got audio commentary with Callum Waddell. We have got Callum Waddell, sorry, and Andrew Fleming. Then we have an interview with actor Vincent Lin. New English subtitles, deleted and alternate scenes, English title sequence, original theatrical trailer, English language trailer, and an image gallery. Again, 2 very packed discs, which is fantastic. Popping that open. I love Robotrix. It's actually such a wild movie from director Jimmy Look. And I have such great fun. I think Dr. Vampire is also from Jimmy Look, if I am correct. So both of his movies in the same collection here is pretty cool. Very smart move. Double spread there, as you can see. And on the back here, the posters. Always loved that poster of Robotrix. It was quite stylish, but the movie is not that at all. The movie is just mental. Anyway, yes, an interesting choice of movies for Shout Factory to put out there. I really don't know what they were thinking, who their advisor is. I can only guess, considering who's involved with the special features there. But still, very excited to have it. I am going to go now, check out everything that is on here as much as I possibly can, come right back, and then let you know just what I think. So, just back after checking out the first Golden Harvest box set release from Shout Factory. They're supernatural shockers, all of which were pretty damn good to watch again, to look back on and see some of these for the first time in full HD. All the prints looked pretty glorious, I have to say. I didn't have any complaints about them, and put next to the other ones that I have already on Blu-ray, there wasn't too much of a difference, I have to say. Though all the menus look like this. The only thing that changes here is the title, and of course they have a little bit of music playing over it from that particular movie there. So I'm not going to keep changing the discs just so you can see different names here, but they all look like this. You got your play, your bonus, and your setup there. Fairly basic stuff, of course, and similar to what they did with their Shaw Brothers box sets, of course. So Sex Zen, gorgeous HD print. I would say definitely a bit better than what I have seen previously from the likes of Nova Media and the German Blu-ray releases. I feel that this was definitely the best or the sharpest that I have seen it look there. It was great to watch it again, of course. I watched it twice then again with the audio commentary from Gilbert Poe and Sean Tierney. I mean, this was fun enough. It was definitely a good listen, but not that informative overall. A lot of humming and hawing, which they tend to do throughout the most of their audio commentaries. You've an interview with film academic Chen Yu Lin. This ran for about 17 minutes in length. Quite interesting. She talks category 3 and of course Sex Zen and the impact and effect that it had on Hong Kong cinema and its people. But definitely some good points there and worth watching, of course. Then you have an interview with Michael Mack, the director. Runs for 14 minutes, delivered in 4:3, DVD quality. I have a feeling that I've seen this interview somewhere before. Maybe not this particular segment, but it looks like it's cut from a longer Michael Mack interview there. So it did definitely look familiar there. Still, this is more about Sex Zen, of course, and very, very good. Definitely some interesting info that he puts out there, and kind of behind the scenes stories, which is worth checking out, of course. Very reserved man, I have to say. Then you have the original trailer that runs for about 3 minutes, or just over 3 minutes in length. Then you have the home video trailer, runs at 2 minutes. Both were good DVD quality, but definitely unrestored and worth checking out before you go into that HD print, because the difference in quality there, you will really see. It'll really jump off the screen at you there. And then you have an image gallery, a very lengthy image gallery that runs for about 8 minutes, which was very, very cool to see. So then we have Erotic Ghost Story 1, 2 and 3. 3 fantastic movies. I really, really enjoy them. And as I say, Idiot Films are going to be following up with a UK Blu-ray release of the same movies very, very soon. All fantastic HD restorations. They looked fabulous. Again, I couldn't pull too much from the Idiot Films initial release of Erotic Ghost Story. It probably has the edge slightly, but they still all looked fantastic. All come with audio commentaries, again by Gilbert Poe and Sean Tierney. And again, fun enough to listen to. Still a few questionable moments, a bit of humming and hawing if something is right or not, but fun enough to listen to. Saying that, on part 1 you also get a second commentary with James Mudge, which was definitely a lot more informative and very good to listen to, as always, with the giggler, as I like to call him there. Part 1 also, you have an alternate Mandarin HD version of it there. There's about an extra 5 minutes with that. Now, I couldn't really pull apart what those extra 5 minutes were, but I did watch the whole thing through, and it was just as enjoyable as the original Hong Kong cut, of course. You have a Frank Cheng interview that runs for around 17 minutes. I mean, this was a fun piece to watch. Some interesting facts to learn about the movies and those involved in them, of course. You have the original trailer, runs for 2.5 minutes. The awful Tai Sing trailer that runs for about 1.5 minutes. These are VHS quality, so again, checking these out before you go into that HD print on part 1 is probably worth doing to allow that impact to really hit you there. And then you have an image gallery for about 3 minutes, which was an okay collection of stills and artwork there. With part 2, you have an interview with Anthony Wong on top of that audio commentary extra feature there. This was 17 minutes, again, fun to watch, low audio, but still a great piece. And I love interviews with Anthony Wong because he actually doesn't really want to be there. You always get that impression. But he does kind of go through his life and career, which is always fun to hear. He's a very, very interesting guy. You have the original trailer that runs for 2 minutes. Again, VHS quality, worth watching first before you jump into the movie. And an image gallery about just over 3 minutes in length with some really cool shots and promo art. I quite enjoyed this selection of stills, I have to say. Then with part 3 of Erotic Ghost Story, again, you have an alternate Mandarin version in full HD, which again looked fantastic, but this time it only runs for 77 minutes to the original 96 minutes. So that Hong Kong cut is actually much longer there. Quite a difference, although I did feel it was somewhat snappier with that 77 Mandarin version. Part 3 is quite different to the other two. It's not, well, when I say it's the worst of the 3, perhaps, it's not dreadful. There's just a lot of lengthy sex scenes in it. So maybe this 77 minutes part or version of it really kind of sped things up there. Then you have a James Mudge interview that runs for 18 minutes. A great piece, again, on the popularity of Cat 3 cinema, and of course these 3 movies in particular. Then you have the original trailer that runs for just over 3 minutes in VHS quality. Again, worth watching first before the movie itself. And then just under 3 minutes of an image gallery with the same kind of thing over and over again, some HD stills. This one didn't really impress me as much as part 2 did there. So that's the 3 Erotic Ghost Story movies also. And then after that, we have Dr. Vampire. So again, this was a first time watch for me. I'm really excited for Eureka to put out their version, and then I can kind of square them off against each other. But for me, being able to see this for the first time was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. A fabulous movie. I had a lot of fun with it. Just absolutely bonkers at times, but very different. Some great fights in there. Some really silly comedy, which I love. I love that kind of nonsensical Hong Kong style canto comedy, but it was a gorgeous restoration. I mean, it looked fabulous. Of course, I had nothing to put it up against, but it looked absolutely fabulous. You have a James Mudge audio commentary with this one, which is great. Definitely check that out. So I did watch it twice and I was quite happy to. It is a very enjoyable movie. Then you have an interview with the guy that plays the main vampire. Again, Peter Kajur. I couldn't really pronounce his name properly, sorry. 15 minutes in length. A great interview though on his piece in the film, how he got it and the work he was doing in Hong Kong at that time in the film industry. But he does quite well, I have to say. It was a very enjoyable piece. And then you have an interview with Sean Tierney, who's done some of the audio commentaries on the erotic ghost stories and Sex Zen there. This runs for just under 15 minutes in length. I mean, it's a good piece. He talks about the Jiangxi genre, the vampire genre, and the movies sort of that inspired that and brought it to light. So it is worth checking out, definitely. Then you have an interview with Gilbert Poe, who did the audio commentaries with them, of course. This ran for just under 13 minutes in length. Again, another good piece on Hong Kong horror movies. Very informative. I really enjoyed watching this. And then you have the original trailer of Dr. Vampire that runs for just under 4 minutes. It's quite a lengthy trailer. Unrestored VHS quality. Definitely fun to watch, but also worth checking that out before you go into that print, because this was definitely one of my favorite restorations for sure. And then you have an image gallery that runs for around 2 minutes, maybe just under 2 minutes in length, which was okay. Nothing special about this whatsoever. And then last, with the box set, we have got Robotrix. Now, as I say, this was a fantastic print, not too shy of what 88 Films had put out there, but definitely gorgeous. And this is the important thing. It's not about pulling them apart and seeing who's better. It's as long as they both impress, that's all that matters, and this really did. It looked fabulous. With that, you also have a Callum Waddell and Ian Fleming audio commentary. Two Scottish guys that were fun to listen to, I have to say. Definitely made for a good watch with them. Some informative pieces, some questionable moments there, but still worth checking out there, of course. Then you have an interview with Vincent Lin, which surprised me. The guy's aged. I did not expect that. It's been a while since I caught a Vincent Lin interview, but still very good. Runs for under 15 minutes, talks about his role here in Robotrix, but definitely a great wee piece and worth checking out, of course. Then you have deleted and alternate scenes that run for just under 9 minutes. These are a mix of low-res, subbed Mandarin scenes that were cut from this Hong Kong print of the movie. I mean, not all of them are, but it's an interesting piece or an interesting collection of scenes to see what is I guess an extended version somewhere there, but I'm kind of glad that they did remove them. There's nothing really important that needed to be in there. Then you have an English title sequence that runs for just under a minute in length. This is unrestored, but nah, I mean, there was no point for this whatsoever. There's nothing really special with that. An original trailer that runs for just over 4 minutes, DVD quality. I mean, it was pretty cool, but it's a lengthy friggin' trailer there. You might just want to take a snippet of that before you go into that HD print just to see that difference in the quality. You've also an English trailer that runs for under 2 minutes. DVD quality, but a bit more exciting than that really extensive Hong Kong trailer. A lot snappier, and definitely if I had caught that trailer before I'd ever seen this movie, I would absolutely be out there searching for Robotrix to get my hands on it. It was fabulous. And then you have an image gallery that runs for just over 3 minutes in length. A good selection of HD stills, promo art, posters, things like that. But very cool all in. So yes, I mean, for me, the Supernatural Shockers, it was an interesting start for Shout Factory to put out as a Golden Harvest box set altogether, but I really like what they've done here. Plenty of good extras, plenty of good audio commentaries, gorgeous restorations and prints there, and I'm very happy for it. So I'm really excited to get my hands on volume 2 very soon. So yes, for me, if you don't have any of these put out there by any of the other labels, definitely worth picking up. Double thumbs up for me, super glad that it's in my collection, out now from Shout Factory. So thank you once again for watching another video here on Invincible Asia. Don't forget you can check out hundreds of others here on the channel. You can also show your continued support by heading over to my new merch store or by checking out invincibleasia.com, where you can read my full movie reviews and follow me on Instagram @InvincibleAsia. Until next time though, enjoy your Kung Fu and I will see you soon.